Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your weekend forecast for September 12th through the 16th. And we're looking at a pretty nice weather week overall, kind of muggy today and cloudy. Tomorrow rain, but then the rest of the week looks nice, cooler, a bit of a fall feel as we head towards the end of the week. So let's take a look at the details of what's going to happen here as we go forward. First of all, here across the country, currently we can see we have one system that basically slid out just south of us, which brought our clouds yesterday, and is also helping usher mugginess up the East Coast, along with this bigger system to the west, which is slowly headed in our direction. This is kind of a slow mover. It's going to kind of redevelop again on top of us. It's not going to bring a tremendous amount of rain, but it is going to bring enough rain again to help keep us continuing to move hopefully out of the drought conditions that we've had. And definitely it's ushering in currently the southwest flow, which is definitely bringing in the warm and muggy air that we're experiencing currently. I got a couple graphics to show you about that as we get going. In terms of satellite, you can kind of see the same thing. Well, you'll notice out behind the satellite imagery, and what's going to happen here as this storm moves through is we're going to tap some cooler Canadian air that's going to feel a bit like fall. Particularly, it's going to definitely I don't think we're going to see a frost towards the end of the week, but we're going to see probably some upper 30s in a lot of locations, maybe mid 30s in some spots. So I don't think quite frost, just warm enough to probably stay out of the frost type situations, but we are getting towards that time of year. If you still got gardens outside, you want to start keeping an eye on the forecast just if you want to preserve them for a little bit longer. Obviously, the end is near for that kind of stuff as we head towards fall. Okay, let's take a look at your dew point temperatures. I want to show you that the mugginess, I don't really even need to show you this graphic. It's pretty obvious that the dew points are up there as we head up the East Coast here. They've held our temperatures in the upper 60s and low 50s this morning. Basically, our temperatures went right to where the dew points are, and this will increase throughout the day today. We won't see a lot of sun today. We will see some. We'll see kind of a mix, half and half sun and clouds, or there will be some peaks of sun, and we'll have a muggy feel to the day, even though temperatures won't be real warm, mostly because of that cloud cover that's going to keep us in. We'll stay muggy tomorrow with the rain. And then we clear out behind that. We have much drier air out west and drier air to our north. Our weather isn't really coming from the west this week. After the storm moves through, our weather's going to be coming from the north essentially. So let's take a look at how that looks across the country. You can see we are starting to build some cooler air here across northern Canada, and we're not going to tap any stuff like this. Low temperatures, in the 30s and 40s and some 20s even. That's not unusual for northern Canada this time of year. But what we are going to do is this system here will tap some of this cooler air here, just a piece of it, and give us those chances for some cool morning temperatures towards the end of the week. And we're going to have afternoon temperatures, even with sun, in the low 60s. So it's definitely going to feel like fall. That's definitely a weather change that we haven't had quite yet in a while as we go through. So let's take a look at that forecast. Today, humid. Today kind of feels like late summer. A little bit of sun. We could get close to pushing upper 70s, close to 80 in some locations, depending on exactly how much sun we get. And it's going to feel a bit muggy out there today. So we're not like midsummer heat or anything like that, but it's definitely going to feel muggy and kind of uncomfortable outside. Tomorrow is rain. It's not wall-to-wall rain. It's not heavy rain all day. We're looking at basically a half inch to an inch of rain, enough rain to continue to help with the drought conditions as they have definitely dissipated over the last week or so. But it definitely will be the soggy day of the week. Temperatures hold about 70 degrees. It'll have a muggy feel to the day tomorrow as well. We clear out. Wednesday's kind of a transition day. Start the day off with probably still some clouds around. Probably see some peaks of sun in the afternoon. Dew points will be lower, but you'll probably still, especially to start the day, have a touch of humidity around as it's taking a bit to clear that out. Temperatures in the low 70s. And then Thursday and Friday are the definitely cool days as we get well behind the front into the core of the cooler, drier air mass that we're going to experience for the end of the week with below average temperatures in the low 60s and overnight lows, lower 40s to start Thursday off, and upper 30s for Friday on average. I would say some people probably see 35 degrees. It's not impossible we could see a touch of frost in a couple places on Friday morning. Like I said, I don't think that's a huge concern, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. A little early for frost, although usually within the next 2 to 3 weeks here, we would see our first frost across to southern Vermont, although sometimes it waits until mid to late October even, and sometimes it can happen as early as right now, depending on just obviously the weather pattern that we find ourselves in this time of year. Let's take a look at those numbers. Work week highlights: muggy and warm for Monday, rain for Monday tonight. Rain could start at basically any time after midnight tonight. I think the rain will hold off till then, so shouldn't see any issues today. But then basically anytime from midnight through Tuesday evening, there could be some rain happening with about a half inch to an inch of rain. Sunny and a much more fall fall-like for the end of the work week. And a warm-up looks likely for next weekend. We could see we could be back into the 80s by Sunday and Monday next week, it looks like. So a pretty good size warm-up. We're still definitely in that transition between summer and fall. All right. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching my forecast. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I would encourage you to do so. It helps make sure you don't miss any of my posts. And also, if you're interested in helping support financially what I do here at the West River Weather Guy, I would encourage you to look at my link in the description below. It describes what you can do there. Otherwise, thanks for joining me, and I'll be back on Friday with a look at your weekend forecast.